So hi everyone and welcome back to my channel where I show you how I do this makeup look. Now I actually realised when I put these on that these eyelashes are actually odd. They're from the same brand, but I think this is the older version and this is the newer version, and I've got them mixed up. Also excuse the nails falling off. But I actually don't have the other matching pairs, so I'm obviously going to need to get a few more. I will leave the link to the company down below because they do have really nice lashes, but we're just gonna brush past that part. So if you want to see how I created this eye look, then keep on watching. So to start off with, I'm going to fill in my eyebrows first. So here I'm just using a brow pomade by Mellow Cosmetics. Everything will be linked in the description box down below. Everything I've used, brushes, etc. will all be down below. So I'm just starting off by doing my eyebrows and moving on to the next one. So once I filled in my eyebrows, I'm just taking my concealer and a small brush to carve out my eyebrows, and I do apologise, I was watching something which is why my eyes darted to the side there. So yeah, just taking a concealer and a small brush just to carve out the eyebrows to leave them looking crisp and sharp, and then the same with the other eye, and then just blending it out with my finger. So once the concealer is blended out underneath my eyebrows, I'm just taking the Peel-Aways primer base on the back of my hand, dabbing my brush into the product and then pushing it onto my eye and then blending it out. As you can see here, I just find this leaves a really good base for the colour, especially when you're doing a strong eye look. So taking the brown eyeshadow colour from the James Charles Morphe palette, which is shown on screen, I'm taking that on this small Jessup's brush and just pushing it onto my eyelid, but I'm kind of sticking to the outer corner and then bringing it through my crease line. So once I'm satisfied with the shape that I've made by pressing onto the eyelid, I take a smaller fluffy brush and the lighter brown shade, and I just start really gently blending that out and really just sticking to the edge of the darker brown shadow there. So slowly building up and getting a nice blend. So once I've blended that lighter brown with the dark brown, I'm going to take a lighter colour again and then blend further up to the brow bone to just really kind of blend it all together and make it look more flawless. So once I'm happy with how everything's blended, I'm going to go in with the darker brown colour in this palette. I find because we're doing a cut crease, you really want to make the bit above where you're cutting it really dark and really deep, because otherwise I just feel it doesn't have the same impact. So I'm just darkening up that crease line with the darker colour and then blending it out again with the colours that we used earlier. I'm also realising that I should have definitely either done the other eye on camera or had my mirror on the other side. I'm very sorry about that. yeah, there's no excuse for that really. It's a learning curve. It's a learning curve. So moving on, we're now going to cut the crease. Now my biggest tip for when you want to cut a crease in a makeup look is to take a cotton bud and makeup remover, and as you can see I'm kind of carving out where I want the cut crease to be. This works, this just makes the look so much cleaner and also takes off any old makeup from the eyelid, because obviously when you go to cut the crease with either concealer or the P. Louise base, it will mix in with the eyeshadow, and if you want it to be a really crisp, clean cut, I personally think this is the best way to do it and also the easiest way that I found of doing it. So that is my number one tip. So once we've cut the crease with our makeup remover, we're going to take P. Louise base again. I just popped it on the back of my hand, and then I've used this brush. So I recommend getting a really firm brush so you have more control. I will link this one below. This one's part of a set from Morphe, but I will try and find ones that I think look good for it. So as you can see, because I've used makeup remover underneath it, it's just made it so much easier. I just followed the line that's already there and it is so crisp. And I absolutely love this look, and I think it looks like you've taken so much time, but it was honestly so quick and easy. So once I've cut the crease, I'm just taking my eyeshadow brush from my dark brown colour and just kind of blending the edge together so the really light shade and the really dark shade blend and don't look, I don't even know what the word to describe it is, but so they look blended. Now I'd actually decided here that I'd gone too far across the lid with the dark colour and the blending, so I just took a smaller brush. This is the one I used to carve out my eyebrows, and I dipped it into the P. Louise base again just to bring the white pigment or the light pigment back to the eyelid. It's easy done to kind of drag the dark blending colour too far in the lid, so this is what I did to correct it. And then this brush here actually has the shimmer shade from the James Charles palette on it, so I was just using that to add a little bit of shimmer. It took quite a while to build up, but we got there eventually. Honestly, this is just a case of going back in with a shading brush, then back in with a shimmer brush to kind of get the desired shade and look that you want. So the final thing I'm doing to this eye is just add a liquid line. I'm not doing a flick, I'm not doing anything fancy, I'm literally just taking the black liner and just going along the lash line. I just quite like how this looks, and also when you're wearing big eyelashes I find it's actually easier to stick the eyelashes on when you've got this black liner on. So I'm taking this really stunning teal turquoisey colour from the Beauty Bay matte palette. It will be linked down below as well. And I'm just taking this brush. This is part of the Jessup set that I've already used earlier. I love this brush for putting any eyeshadow under the lash line. I just feel like it's such a perfect size for it. So I'm just using this to pop a bit of colour under the eye. And I did drag this out, as you can see, but I decided it didn't look good, so I fixed that later on just by
using my powder brush, just basically a lot of blending because I decided it did not look good. So there's obviously so many things wrong with that transition. One, the fact that I've got a nail missing, and two, I didn't even notice that my eyelashes are different. But I will leave these eyelashes, or at least the brand, linked down below because they are good eyelashes. It would have just helped if I actually selected the right eyelashes. So now we're going to move on to lips. So I'm just lining my lips with my absolute favourite lip liner. It's so cheap. It's from Natural Collection. You can get it at Boots. I love it. Honestly, I absolutely love this. I can't explain how much I love it. So I'm just lining my lips as normal, and then I'm filling them in later on with a MAC lipstick. I'm pretty sure it's Shrimpton. I don't know how you say it, but it's that lipstick. I'll leave it linked down below. Also, it's the fact that I'm trying not to move my face while I'm doing this. I find that quite funny.
So that is how I created the eye look. As I said at the start, excuse the eyelashes that are not matching, but we're just gonna roll with it because I don't have a choice. I really hope you guys enjoyed this look. I don't know how you feel about the voiceovers. I personally just find it easier to film with my current situation. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe if you did, like of course, and then my Instagram is down below if you want to follow me on there. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.